Here's the loadout if you just want to copy it straight away. I want to make the video quick because I just want you guys to get straight into using this this build. It's so much fun. The premise of it is you essentially take advantage of SNOWSTRIKE's perk where throwing stars, and by the way, this is the new hero, right? This is the new hero. If you don't know who she is, you can get her right now. There's an event quest line. But we're going to be using her on the support team, and our standard perk is throwing stars slow enemies for 4 seconds instead of dealing damage. Enemies slowed by North Star explode for 167 base water damage if they receive melee damage or damage from another North Star explosion. So whenever you throw your shurikens at enemies, they're gonna get marked with like this white little glow like at their chest or whatever, and they'll be like slowed down, right? And whenever you hit the enemy with a sword, they're gonna explode, right? And then explosions can chain to other marked enemies. So if an explosion hits a marked enemy, that enemy will also explode, right? Pretty simple. And like this hero is extremely strong. Like this 167 base water damage and the explosion is insane. Like it just does huge AoE. It can clear crowds super easily. It's a lot of fun to use. We're going to be using Lamurai in the lead and Happy Holidays as our team perk to reduce our shuriken cooldown to 2 seconds. And then we're going to be using SNOWSTRIKE in support, as well as Skirmisher Edge, who will decrease the cost of our throwing stars. We're going to be using Iza to heal on melee kills. We're going to be using Anti-Kotosera to gain energy back on our melee weapon eliminations. And finally, we're going to be using Whiteout Fiona to increase the critical rating of her swords by 15%. The main weapon we're going to be using for this build is going to be Stormblade. Now, Stormblade is honestly one of the best swords in a game, and I tried using other swords, but this sword just makes so much sense. Its 6 perk allows the weapon to cause explosions on critical hits, which is why we're using Whiteout Fiona, because we want to get as many critical hits as possible just to trigger these explosions, right? So now we're getting explosions from Stormblade, as well as SNOWSTRIKE, right? So we're getting double explosions, right? It's just explosions across the board, huge AoE damage. This build is just a lot of fun. So you could try to use other swords if you want, but I really do recommend you use Stormblade and with this perk set, and make sure it's Brightcore as well for that attack speed. It's such a fun sword. That's all I'm gonna talk about, right? I just wanted to show you the build. I'm gonna roll like a quick clip of gameplay. I think it's a Twine SSD10. I was just like recording one wave like with a bunch of enemies, and it was just wiping out everything. Yeah, I'm gonna roll the clip now. But if you like, the video's over, you can just leave if you want. But yeah, okay. Here.